What's going on, guys and girls? Rob here, and we have continuing coverage of the election. Um, well, that's 6 states in doubt right now. Okay, 4 of them are red, 2 of them are blue. Um, Personally, I think 3 of them are done. Phantomatic, what's going on? What is going on? Let me tell you what I think is going to happen here in the next few hours. You want to hear some good news if you're red? Well, I will tell you some good news if you want to hear some good news if you're red. I think in the upcoming hours, we're going to hear that North Carolina is going to go to Trump. Okay, that'll be 15 right there. Right now, the current outline is Biden 238, Trump 213. All right, it's pretty simple, guys. It really is pretty simple. If the 4 red states that Trump is leading, he wins those 4 states, he stays in as sitting president. Okay, if Biden wins Wisconsin and Nevada, and if he can get Michigan, or if he can get Georgia, he wins. Now, the big loop in this situation is go back and look at Nevada. Nevada, we only have 67% reporting and only 8,000 difference. That's only 8,000 difference. That state with those 6 little votes could pop back to the red side. If that happens, then Biden is in some serious doo-doo, because even if he wins Wisconsin, even if he pulls Georgia, that's not enough, because Nevada would be what would pull him up to the 270. Nevada could still go red, guys. I'm telling you, that's a state right now that I feel like before it's over with will turn to the red side. I think it will. Wisconsin, 95% of the vote is in right now, 21,000 vote difference. Very highly unlikely that goes red. North Carolina, 94% of the vote is in, and it's 75,000 vote difference. I don't think that's going to turn blue. What's going on, Cardinals fan, 1990? So that's 15 and 10 right there. I think 10 is going to the blue way. I think 15 is going to the red way. Now we can go back and look at Pennsylvania. What's happening with Pennsylvania is this: 700,000 vote difference. How many call it? I mean, how many write-ins and everything? Pennsylvania is the state that everybody's going to be afraid of. You don't have to have an ID. You can write somebody's name in. I mean, we may have Bugs Bunny voting in this election, folks. Bugs Bunny could be voting in this election, and he's not going to, or Daffy Duck. We may have somebody like that voting in this election. Pennsylvania has to be the concern, even up nearly 700,000 votes. It's crazy. Michigan right now, it's close, 24,000 votes, and really, if I'm thinking it's one way or the other, one's going to go one way or the other, I'm thinking maybe Michigan goes blue instead of Georgia. I don't think Georgia will. It's still over 100,000 vote difference there, with 94% of the precincts in. Nevada is not counting any more ballots until tomorrow. Okay, we'll see what happens there then. But being that it's 8,000 votes difference, that's nothing. That's nothing. 2 or 3 counters in, that could turn blue. Turn red. No doubt about it. Georgia, I kind of tend to think that's going to stay red. 100,000's a lot. 100,000's a lot of votes, especially when you only have 6% coming in left. Michigan, on the other hand, is only 24,000 difference. That could go the other way. It definitely, to wait for all the mail-ins that were postmarked from yesterday. Yeah. 24,000 votes. That could mean something. So that could be Michigan. That could be the 16. But, in the process, I realize Trump doesn't want to trade Michigan for Nevada, but I'm sure he would do it right now. He would give up Michigan if he could win Nevada and hold on to the rest of his states. If he could hold Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, he would trade Michigan off in a heartbeat and say, just give me Nevada. And those 6 would put him over the top, which is nuts, but it would do it. It would put him over the top. 51, it'd be 57. 57 would put him at 270. To me, I really think the winner may have exactly 270 votes. And that's crazy. That's nuts, but it could happen that way. It could happen that way. Yesterday, it's like one big game of risk. Yeah. Yesterday, I said I thought Biden was going to win this thing 279, 252. Well, it could happen. It could happen that way. Obviously, if Michigan pops over, but in Ohio, Biden only won 7 of 88 counties. Yep, you're right. He just won the cities. He just won the inner cities. That's it. That's it. Yep. And that's how he won Virginia. Go look at Virginia. Go look at Virginia. You want to see a state. You want to see a state dominated by inner city. That's what Richmond and right around Northern Virginia. That's it. Domination, just because so many people live there. That's why. Well, that's the news of the morning. But how about the House of Representatives right now? The House is what I think the Republicans made up seats, and then Senate right now is even like 47. So, checks and balances here, folks. People are making sure that nobody's going to take off and take their paychecks away from them and run and hide. That's just the way it's working, and people are seeing to it. And it looks definitely from last night that it's not going to be any garbage taken from any of this. Did McConnell win by a big margin? Lindsey Graham has said some somewhat disparaging things about Trump in the last 2 years, which Trump voters are not putting up with a lot of garbage and gunk. But Graham has always been good to his constituency. So if he won by a whole lot, it wouldn't surprise me. If he won by 3%, it wouldn't surprise me. Mitch McConnell, on the other hand, I would think Mitch McConnell would win by large margins just due to the fact that he is representative, the House Speaker, or he is the House head. Senate head. I'm sorry. Yeah. McConnell doesn't surprise me. Graham a little bit because Graham, like I say, okay, so that's for McConnell. Now, how much did Graham win by? If Graham was tighter, I can understand it because, like I say, he has been very, very outspoken on the president more times than one. And you got to watch your words. You got to watch your words, especially when you're up for election. These guys think they're unbeatable. They think they're unbeatable, and then you put your ballots in the ballot box, and it changes things really quick. But I'm gonna bet Graham didn't win by as much. That's what I'm gonna say. I have not even looked at it. 55-42. Yeah, it was tighter. Yep. Graham has said some stuff. Graham has come out and said some stuff, and he's been very, very tough on the president at different times, which independent voters eat that up. But there are not that many independent voters anymore, folks. There really isn't. Independent party is pretty much not as if you're looking for the independent vote, you're looking for the wrong way, because everybody's opinionated. They're either on the left or on the right. That's just the way it works nowadays in 2020. And Lindsey Graham, like I say, he said some stuff that wasn't so becoming to the president. Was 18 months ago, and told the president, you really got to get your head out of your ass, pretty much. And Trump turned on him. Trump turned on him a couple of times, and that's the thing. People that support Trump straight through. And Graham has to realize, that's who he's working with, whether he likes it, whether he doesn't like it. And I think a lot of the Republicans probably don't like it. I think you could ask the majority of them in the Senate, would we rather have somebody easygoing like a Pence? Would we rather have somebody like a Chris Christie in the White House right now? Probably more of them would say yes. But by having Trump in there, one thing about it is this: he's no bumps in the road. You realize what you got is what you got. He plays no BS. He plays no favoritism, and he doesn't care who you are. And I think that's what has kept him on life support here, at least to where he is not out of this race yet. These 6 states that are dangling right now, and I don't really get why Alaska hasn't. What's up with Alaska? Alaska's been Republican ever since they came in. I don't know that deal, but that's 3 votes there. But that's an undecided right now, I think. But Alaska, really, that would cement. That cements the deal for Trump if he gets those other 4 states. Now, like I say, Michigan or Georgia, if either one of them shade over to the blue side, he's got to win Nevada. He has no choice. What's going on, GPUC? Yeah, it is. It's been quite the election. It has been. It's not over either. Not over. Nevada, 67% reporting, so the other 33% will be coming in the upcoming days. Nevada's not counting any more ballots until at least tomorrow. So that's going to be that state, that 6 electoral votes. Trust me, it's worth gold. Nevada gold. It's worth a slot machine spin. Yeah, it has to be scaring Democrats. You're exactly right. Just like I think Georgia, not Georgia, I mean Michigan, has got to be scaring the Republicans. You're exactly right. If neither can lose the other, neither can lose one. Biden cannot trade with Trump here. He cannot be like, well, we really need the Michigan votes. And obviously right now at this point, he gets what he gets. But kudos to Americans for voting. Oh, it's been a lot of votes out there. How many votes has there been total? so far, how many votes has been cast? It has been a lot. I do know that. Let's just hope. Let's just hope all this mail-in stuff. It's not. Let's hope it's not voter fraud. Let's hope it's not a lot of garbage to it. That's the one thing I don't like about mail-in voting. You know, I don't mind the early vote, but that mail-in stuff, you know, I really think if you're going to mail in your votes, you should have had them mailed in by the 31st. That way, you know, they would have been in. That's my opinion. That's just totally my opinion. But these 7 states we're waiting on right now, carrying a lot of clout. Alaska, not so much. Alaska really, I haven't really seen a way that Alaska is going to make a difference. Nevada, yes. Nevada, yes. Is Nevada counting tomorrow? Yes. Right now, they're not counting anything else in Nevada until tomorrow. Then they start up. So updated total right now. Let me, yes. Let me see if I've got 2020 election popular vote. And let's see what the election vote. Got in line at 6:30 to vote and had an hour or so to wait. Wow. All right. So so let's see. 68, 537, 303. And then 65, 948, 456. Okay. And you got to realize a lot of these votes that Biden is getting to where he's got the popular vote, California, New York. He wins those going away, those 2 states. So let's add up the popular vote so far, which is nuts. This is crazy. 68,537,303 plus 65,948,456, 134 million votes have been counted. Yeah. And that's why I said something about, so let's 134, 485, 789. So these 7 states we're waiting on, it's you know, Wisconsin too. Wisconsin is not likely. Wisconsin's not likely to go red. But go back and look at Wisconsin. It's only 21,000 vote difference. 21,000 vote difference with 5% still to come in. That could go either way. Pennsylvania, pretty much 675,000 vote difference. That would have to really be that would have to be a slosh to the other side for Pennsylvania to go blue. I'm doubting that. Is Michigan, Wisconsin, well, Arizona's done, and Nevada. And yeah, I'm with you, and I think so too. Michigan, yeah, I don't think Georgia so much. I think Georgia stays red. I think North Carolina stays red. I think Pennsylvania stays red. Now, what's going to happen? Is Michigan turning blue? Is Nevada going to turn red? They're the 2 states right now. They're the states that are going to decide this election. Alaska's going to stay red. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. But right now, right now, Michigan's red right now, though. That's what I'm saying. So we're going to see what happens there. Michigan's red, and then Nevada's blue. So either one of them crisscross, it makes a difference. Michigan will get a blue wave of mail-ins. Yeah, you're correct there. I think so too. Now Nevada, I still say Nevada is going to get. I still think Nevada is going to get a red push. So that's what I think. I think Nevada's going to get that red push. And that's the thing. Like I say, Trump will trade Michigan. Yeah, Trump will trade Michigan for Nevada. Nevada has 33% of the vote still to come. It's only 8,000 difference. If I were betting right now, I'll say Nevada goes red. If I were betting right now, I'll say Michigan goes blue. I think they're going to swap. It's what I think is going to happen. Alaska, I really don't know what's holding Alaska up. Pennsylvania could, but it's so much right now. It's almost 700,000. 700,000 votes is a lot, man, especially when that state only has 5 million voters so far. 7 million more, 700,000, that tells us right now it's only 3 more million votes out there. It's over 1 million left in Democratic place. Yeah, but it's still, we still know that's over 2.4 million votes left. With a 700,000 lead, it's highly unlikely anybody would lose that lead. Look at this math on it. 2.4 million and a 700,000 lead. You give somebody 700,000 on a jump. Yeah, it's doubtful. It's doubtful Pennsylvania goes blue. Wisconsin. Let's look at Wisconsin. It's 21,000 vote difference there. Now that is close. 21,000 votes, and it's still 5% of the vote coming in. But let's look at the percentage of what's taking up 95% of the vote. So let's see how many more votes are still left out there. So let's do this. It's right at 3.3 million votes. And let's divide it by 20 and multiply it times 19. And it's still, actually, we want to just multiply it times 1. 165. So it's only 165,000 votes left in Wisconsin. Okay. That is, that makes that state look like it's going to be awful, awful tough. With 165 votes left, 165,000 votes left, it's going to be really hard for the red side to get 21,000. Very difficult. Very difficult. So Wisconsin, I think, stays blue. Pennsylvania, I think, stays red. North Carolina is a state that could go either way, but it's 75,000 votes right now difference. I think that's a little bit much to overcome with only 6% of the vote to come in. I think North Carolina stays red. Georgia, it's 100,000 vote difference in Georgia with 94% of the vote in. Highly unlikely goes blue. The two states, and then Alaska right now, I don't know what's holding that state up, but there's only three electoral votes. That will go red. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Michigan, those 16 electoral votes right there, with only 24,000 vote difference. 24,000 vote difference. That could definitely go back to the blue side. We flip over here to the Nevada, 33% still, got to come in Nevada with only 8,000 votes difference. And look, it's hard to believe this, But trust me, if Trump knew today that he could win Nevada, he would say take Michigan and run with it because it's worth 10, yes, difference. But if you count Georgia, if you count Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Alaska, that is what, 273? I think it's 273. Yes. So Nevada and Michigan right now are the two that are colliding head to head. Pennsylvania, obviously, with only 64% of their votes in, we don't know where anything stands there. But 700,000 votes is a lot to overcome, even if you still got 2.5 million or 2.2 million votes to come in left. I mean, it's highly unlikely you get 5-1 votes, 4-1 votes. A lot of times you do get 3-1. The 3-1 won't do it right now for them. And 70, even a 75% pull in Pennsylvania won't get that state. It's a 12-point margin, 55-43. Highly unlikely, I think, anybody overtakes Pennsylvania. North Carolina, North Carolina is still in play, but let's say, for instance, Michigan stays red. Let's say North Carolina goes blue. Have you done the math on that one yet? That is crazy because North Carolina's 15 instead of 16. 15 plus the 6 Nevada would be 21. Wisconsin would be 31. Biden would be 1 vote short. So North Carolina means nothing compared to Michigan. All right, Tribe fan, have a good one, guys. Have a good one, bud. Yeah. Nevada and Michigan, they're the ones. They are the ones that everybody's wanting. Nevada and Michigan. And obviously, if Trump were to keep Michigan and were to keep Nevada, he could lose North Carolina. Looks like Biden is going to win. I'm surprised about this from last night. Those absentee votes did it for Biden, it seems. It looks like it. Yep. It looks like it right now. It's looking like it's going to be very close, though. But the thing is, like I said, we got to see what that Nevada vote is all going to be. Arizona is blue. Arizona, yes, Arizona is blue. Arizona has been won. It's over there. Yeah. 100,000 votes difference, 84% of the vote in, it's over. Arizona's blue. Yep. Like I say, I see Alaska as being red right now. We have not been given a reason why Alaska hasn't given their votes yet, or whatever. We haven't. We have not been told why. But we'll see. It's we'll see what happens. What's up, Sean? What's up, Sean? Yep. I was nervous with early returns from Virginia. Yeah, and Rhode Island was close. That was 4 votes right there. Rhode Island was very close. So Providence won it for the president. I mean, won it for
I'm so sorry.
Biden.
What was the question to me?
So we'll see what happens. We're going to be days away now. It's not going to happen today. Yep, it's going to be exciting to watch. Um, it's Michigan could definitely go either way. It's 20,000 votes different. Georgia, I think Georgia stays red. North Carolina, I think North Carolina's going to stay red. We'll see. Pennsylvania, I think Pennsylvania stays red. Wisconsin, I think Wisconsin stays blue. So Michigan and Nevada, they're going to be the deciding votes right there. And if Michigan ends up getting, was it just a little over, not even 20,000, but 19,000 votes, going that blue way, that's going to sway the election that way. Now, if Nevada still has 33% of their votes, they got to start counting to tomorrow. McCain, yes, in Arizona, yeah. Nevada, if those 33%, 8,000 is nothing, guys. 8,000 is totally nothing. That's going to be a very, very, very close race there. That's going to be close. So, yeah, we will see what happens, guys. I wanted to kind of give you guys an update this morning, see what was going to happen. I stepped out. This is my old stomping grounds. If you ever watched me playing games and stuff, I used to sit right about 4 feet away to play a lot of my baseball and stuff. So we'll get back in the game and stuff very, very soon, and get away from serious life again. We'll get back into the what ifs. What ifs is always a lot of fun to play, and it's not a bad thing to do, just to kind of get your mind away from everything, all this garbage. A lot of times, because I know a lot of people get tired of it. But 135 million folks so far. Proud of you for all the folks that went out and voted. That's a big voter turnout. 135 million folks. So 7 states still in the air. Like I say, I think Alaska red, Georgia red, North Carolina red, Pennsylvania red, Wisconsin blue, Nevada, Michigan. That's going to make all the difference right there. If Nevada turns or Michigan turns, without the other, if they trade, then the red side's fine with it. But if they don't trade and Michigan goes blue and Nevada stays blue, we will have a new president of the United States. So we'll see what happens, guys. You all have a great, great, great rest of your day. God bless. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. So have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.